Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today I need your help with something. You guys need to choose something for me because it's too big of a burden for me to do it on my own, and it's just more fun when we can get everybody in the community involved with something like this to choose, especially when it comes to something impactful like, oh, I don't know, the next tier 2 character that I'm going to have. So basically, the way that it goes is I've saved up enough black antimatter that I don't need to save any more for additional native tier 2 characters. So you need about 8,800 black antimatter to automatically 6-star like a native tier 2 character like Odin or Dormammu. I already have more than that, so I have enough basically banked up, saved up, not quite exactly enough, but I'll be close, to tier 2 a character the old-fashioned way, with 2.5 million gold, with 150 bios, with the Nord stones and the diversity stones and the black antimatter. On top of that, guys, we recently got from the 30-day login event, we're now 1 week into the next one, we got our cycle of a tier 2 ticket. So I have one here sitting around, but it's itching, it's burning a hole in my pocket. I need some help. So the idea is I want to tier 2 two new characters, and I'll take you through both lists of characters because there are differences between the two. I don't have enough bios for some characters, so those will be ticket tier 2s only, and then there will be natural tier 2s. So we're talking, I need one suggestion for one natural tier 2 and one ticket tier 2. So when you comment below, guys, and I expect you to fucking comment, we should at least get, oh, I don't know, can we get 600 comments on this dead fucking meme, guys? I expect a lot of you to let me know, but please be specific. Let me know which one you think is the natural tier 2 and which one you think should be the ticket tier 2, because they don't fit into every category. So in Gwenpool's case, I really want to tier 2 this character, and I'll tell you guys why. She's super fun to play. She's one of the highest DPS speed characters. She does physical damage, and just stringing together her different skills to get her iframes, you know, fluidly working together is so much fun. And I think with her tier 2, I'll be able to do Infinity Thanos. I'll be able to, you know, just steamroll any Shadowland stage. Shadowland is probably the focus right now for me as to who I'm going to tier 2 next. So you will see a lot of universal characters featured because they give me the most versatility for Shadowlands, because they don't fall under any restrictions unless it's like a supervillain or superhero plus a type change. But Gwenpool is almost the top of my list because I love Deadpool. We can't have him, and she's the next best thing. So she would be a natural tier 2. I can use a ticket, absolutely, but why would I use one when I've banked up almost 600 of her bios, when I have the black antimatter, I have, you know, 13,000 green stones. You can be jealous, it's okay. Another character that I'm thinking of tier 2ing the old-fashioned way, the natural way, is Satana. And again, I'm doing it for Shadowlands. She's a great universal character. She has a self-buffing leadership with the fire damage, and her tier 2 passive is very strong. She gets 10 seconds of immunity. She gets a bump in the buffs, or she bumps down other characters' buffs. So it's very good for the solo boss Shadowland stages where they have a buff from the pot. She can really decrease that buff before breaking the pot, of course. Another character that's a really good choice for a natural tier 2, doesn't need the ticket treatment. Another character that I have that I really want to naturally tier 2, and I just need a little bit of a push from you guys if I'm going to take that next step and make that ultimate investment until we get tier 3s. Hashtag X-Men for future fight. Hashtag Bill please. Is my boy Black Bolt. Okay, we have the Inhuman series coming up in September, and it would be nice, and he's probably going to get a little bit of love between then and now, so this would be a nice investment to preemptively get. We have enough bios, we have enough of everything, and Silent King, if you guys don't know, really cranks up his survivability, the immunity, the damage, the dodge ignore. I mean, Black Bolt has killed my tier 2 Kate Bishop in timeline battle when I'm playing on manually before. It's really surprising. A lot of his skills just naturally have like a stun. It's not like a written stun, but it's like an interrupt. So he's a great character for PvP if you're playing manually. Another awesome choice. But there are more options, guys. We have actually quite a few options indeed. So I wanted to take you through those and see exactly what's what. So we do have Ironheart here. I know she's missing the gears, but we have more than enough bios at 318 that we could spend those towards getting all of her gears to 20, and then we could use a tier 2 ticket. So this would be a ticket tier 2 character, not a natural tier 2 character, but that's okay. Another one that we could do as well is Silk. We have her gears almost at 20, and we have enough bios there that we could get her second and third gear that are at 17 and 18 to 20, and then make her potentially a ticket tier 2. She's another great choice for Shadowlands because of the 5-second webbing. I have invested in her uniform, and it is rare, so I could continue to upgrade it. And it's an option, guys, but we... you need to make a good argument for Silk because she's not that high on my list right now. Another option is Clea. She is ready to go. I have enough bios. I have all her gears. This is a natural tier 2 for Clea. I've taken a lot of shots at her in the past. I don't think she's a very good character because of how fragile she is, but I am open to being swayed, guys. You can DJ sway me into tier 2ing the natural way. My girl, Doctor Strange's dick collector. Another tier 2 that we could do naturally is Sharon Rogers, or not naturally, sorry, with a ticket, but if we just save up a few bios or we use a selector, this could suddenly become a natural tier 2. But of course, I'm just joking. I would never fucking tier 2 Sharon Rogers. What channel do you think this is in your dreams? One that we could actually do, and I have thought about, is Caecilius, whenever I can find him on this list. All of his gears are at 20. He is ready for a ticket tier 2. Now, I could start grinding his bios in the memory missions, but I'm still getting Wong up to speed, so it's going to have to be a ticket tier 2 for our purple-eyed friend. Let me know what you guys think of that one. A couple others on the list, guys. I am interested in tier 2ing Robbie Reyes. I would have to drop a lot of bio selectors to bring him up to speed, but he could be a ticket tier 2, especially since his gears are on their way to 20. Another option as well is Medusa. Her gears are a little bit closer, and she could get the tier 2, ticket tier 2 treatment if enough of you guys think that she is worthy of that. Another character that I have thought about tier 2ing at times is Hulk. All his gears are ready. I don't have enough of his bios, but I'm very close with one Shadowland selector or potentially with a ticket. We could bring him to tier 2. The only reason why I hesitate for Hulk is because he doesn't have a good uniform right now, and I want to see how good he becomes with Ragnarok. He's obviously going to get a uniform for that movie, and it might really elevate him and then justify having him at tier 2. But right now, even with his tier 2, I think it does make him a lot more of a tank, but it's not going to make it easier for Shadowland stages. I don't need help in that area from combat heroes specifically, so this is kind of very low on my list, and it would take a lot of convincing to sway my opinion on that. If we round out the list, guys, we can take a look at all of the potential characters that can be tier 2'd from the ticket. Keep in mind, you do need to ignore the ones that I've already stated to be natural tier 2s, like Satana, Gwenpool, Clea, Black Bolt, Sharon Rogers. Just because I wouldn't spend a ticket on them when I already have the bows for them. It just doesn't make any sense. So we got Loki, a bit of a fan favorite from about a year ago. Shang-Chi, another combat hero that I don't necessarily need more of, but he's a pretty fun character to play. His animations are awesome. Kingpin, kind of from the old guard. I used to use him all the time, and if he was as important now as he was then, I would definitely tier 2 him, but it's really not the case. We missed also Sister Grimm. I like the heal on her skill, and I like the damage bump, and I like using rock and roll. It's a very cool skill. The animation is awesome, but you know, I have enough blast characters. I have a lot of blast tier 2s as well. We're not even going to talk about Hyperion, guys, so don't even think about it. But another thing to make sure, and another thing to take note of, is how many tier 2s of each class I have, because I do try to weigh that, and I do try to make a little bit of a balance. As you can see, I do have quite a few speed tier 2s, but they're the class that I think benefits the most from a tier 2, hypothetically speaking, because their stats are just so low that they need that tier 2 bump in stats. I do also have a lot of combat tier 2s. Kamala Khan obviously can jump between speed and combat depending on the uniform. Besides the Black Order characters, I don't have many universal tier 2s. You know, besides all the Black Orders, Odin and Dormammu, I only have Ronin, Destroyer, and Hellstorm and Thor, because Groot is wearing a uniform, and then I have a pretty healthy Blast roster. But actually, if you take out Doctor Strange, it's just Wasp, Enchantress, and Dr. Phil. So, you know, there is an argument to be made for Blast characters as well. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know which character you think I should tier 2, both as a natural tier 2 and as a ticket tier 2. I will be taking your advice on this, guys, but I do need to be swayed. I do need to be convinced. So just yelling at me and spamming the same ideas over and over and over again may actually get you to win, but it might not. And I will try to feature the best comments and the most compelling arguments for the video that we do to follow this one where we do tier 2 them. It may not be the very next video, guys, but it will be very soon, and then we will explore some content with them. We'll explore some world boss, and we'll have some fun with these community tier 2s. This one's for real, guys, so you know it's real. Anyways, guys, let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know, of course, native and ticket tier 2. And of course, guys, if you like what you see, I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care.